Okay, so this video is all about helping complete this backgrounds and costumes assignment. I saw a lot of people that were struggling with this and that didn't either know how to start or know how to properly turn it in. So I'm going to go through all of the potential problems. So I'm going to talk about how to start this, um, what exactly you need to work on for backgrounds and costumes, and then how to turn this assignment in properly. So the first thing that you need to do is we need to download the SB2 file, this blank.sb2. So I'm going to click on that. Going to hit that download button right there. And now I'm going to pop over to Scratch, and you see I've created a new Scratch. So I just created a new thing. I go File, Upload from your computer, and I need to just go into like my downloads folder. I can click on it right there, downloads. I find what I downloaded, there's the blank, and you'll notice when I upload it in here, I get all of the sprites or images automatically pre-populate, and then I also get the background pre-populates with the code. So I don't have to worry about the code for the background, but all of these sprites need code. So now what I need to do is I can go into this right here, this backgrounds and costumes, and I actually have the code for all of the different sprites right here. Now it's a little bit difficult to read this, so what you want to do is you click on the three dots, open a new window, and then I'll be able to hit the plus button right there, and it becomes a lot easier to zoom in on this. So for instance, this is the code for the cat, but if we look at what you uploaded, it's actually called AstroCat, so that's fine. So you'll input this code right here for the AstroCat. Now one thing to notice is I have the costume in my code is called like Cat1A, but the costumes in here are called something a little different. We have AstroCat and Scratchy. So these are the names of the costumes that are in the SB2 file that you imported. This is the Cat 1A. This is the sprite that you want to use, or the costume that you want to use underneath this sprite. So you'll just go to all of the different sprites right here that I've uploaded. I've given you the code already, and you just want to copy it. So you'll start with the cat, when clicked. So then we go to event and we plug in when clicked. Now this is kind of important. If yours freezes, which sometimes they freeze, if you hit the refresh button, it'll reload. But unfortunately, sometimes when you hit the reload button, it doesn't necessarily save everything that you've done. There's a couple ways around this. Number one, you can just save now. So you want to save often. The second thing that you can do is you can use Internet Explorer. Use Internet Explorer with Scratch. It freezes a lot less than Google Chrome. So using Internet Explorer can be very helpful. So I'm going to start. You just kind of want to go back and forth. When clicked. So I put when clicked. Then the next thing, clear graphics effects. So I go to look and I find clear graphics effects. Then the next thing, forever. So then I find forever. And you're just going to want to continue to plug all of these things in. And again, you want to plug these things in for each one of the sprites. Every sprite gets its own code, and you can see I have the code for each sprite right there. So once you have all your code, this is actually, let me kind of show you, this is what the program should look like. And I'm going to go ahead and play the program right now so you can see kind of how it plays and how it runs. I'm going to hit the flag. So I have my title. It pops up really quick. If I hover, you notice the lightning's falling from the sky. If I touch the lightning, you notice that my character kind of fades away. My character can move around using the arrow keys on the keyboard. I can go up, down, left, right. Every time I touch that lightning, my character fades a little bit. And I want to try to get, now take a look at this sprite. I'm in the first sprite, the string sprite of this. You want to try to get, I think it's 7 of these different things. Once you've gotten 7 of them, it should say something like Stargate opened, and then the program freezes. So I have right here, notice this is the actual code that you want. Notice on the string right here, I'm going to come down. We want to switch to this is the monolith costume, We want to switch to that monolith costume at the very end. I noticed some people started with the monolith costume. You want to switch to that at the very end. you should have the string costume to begin with. So at the very beginning of your code on this string, it should say string. I know that my code that I give you right here, it looks a little bit different. I have like costume 1 and costume 2. So I know my code's a little bit different than yours. You're just going to have to kind of figure it out. Good. So now that you have this, you'd want to record a jing. Okay, so I have jing right there. You'd hit the capture button, select the whole screen. When you're recording the jing, please click on all of the different sprites, just like this. So you'll click on all of the different sprites so that I can see your code. And then like this particular sprite, if you have code down, make sure that you scroll down so that I can see all of your code. Once you've shown me all of your code, then you play the game and show me that every element works. So make sure that you get hit by the lightning so that I can see that it actually fades you away. Then also, obviously, you're going to have to complete and beat the game. So that means collecting all 7 of these things and then show me that the Stargate opens. So that's just part 1. You'll notice that's one of the jings. So that is when you finish stage 2, create a jing demonstrating how your program works and upload it to this Google Classroom assignment. That's part 1. Part 2 is completing the challenge exercise at the end of the stage, which is replacing the lightning bolt with a picture of a monster you drew yourself. Then you also want to create a jing of this. So this is how to do that. So I click on the lightning, I click on costumes, and I can use the eraser tool right here, and I can just go ahead and erase this all out. And then you can draw a picture of a monster you drew yourself. So I can just draw, I don't know, scary guy, or okay, doesn't have to be big, not a huge deal. Okay, maybe this guy's too big actually, so I want to select him and then I can scale him down a little bit. So now when I play this, you'll notice, let me play this again. I might have to refresh this and reload. It might have frozen on me. Let's go again to costumes, under lightning. Let's clear all this out. So I'll hit delete and then I'll draw in my monster again. You can see my monsters coming right up there. If I want to make this a little bit smaller, I can like select it and scale it and then play. And then my monster should fall. Again, you want to record a jing of this working. Now you notice every time that I'm trying this, it's not like loading. That's because I'm using Google Chrome. Using Internet Explorer works much better for this project. So if you go to the Scratch website on Internet Explorer and use that, that should be helpful. So you're going to want to, and I'm going to show you somebody who did this properly, you're going to want to make sure that you upload 2 different jings. Okay, so I got 1 jing, 2 jing. The first jing should be of all of your code and just the program working well. The second jing should be of the monster that you drew yourself, so you should change out the lightning to the monster that you drew yourself. Make sure that you upload both jings to the Google Classroom, and then that's it for this assignment. Hopefully this video has been helpful. Let me know